Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We got a really exciting singles match for you today. We have Robert Castner going up against Mark Menchaca. Robert was the number one seed in the tournament, got taken out a little bit early in round number 2 against Tyler Birch, who went on to make it to the finals of the tournament. And then Mark Menchaca going up against Javi Madden in round 2 of the tournament, also getting kicked out a little bit early than I think he would have wanted in round 2 of that tournament. I'm very excited about this because Robert is now the current teams champion. So I think he's got a lot to prove here today. But Mark, earlier this season, said he wanted to prove that he is the best 50-50 player in multiplex entertainment. And now he's got another shot to prove that. I think that both of these players can live up to what they have put upon themselves. We just one of them's got to lose. And it's going to be really interesting because I think both of these guys deserve another win on their record. And I'm just super excited. A lot of talent here today. Let's go talk to them right now in the promo.
All right, I'm here. I'm alone, which is always a great sign. Means I gotta say stuff, and I mean at least Mike's not here to remind me about some dinosaur movie I haven't seen, so it is what it is. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to play Robert. He in coming in, this league's proven to be top tier talent. I'm always excited to play top tier players, especially since Robert handed me and my old teammate Tyler a loss about a year ago, and you know what? I really want to beat him for that. Also, in other leagues, he's beaten me. I would really hope to take down Robert tonight, but I also hope I get a good one from him. That'd be great too. Let's just play a good one.
Okay. Before I get to my guy here. Quick thing, Mark apparently saying he wants to be the best 50-50 player in multiplex. Got to go through me first. Anyway, we're not here for me. We're here for the current champ, Robert. And I'm really excited. As Mark alluded to, we played his old team last year. One of our closer matches that we've had. I genuinely thought we had lost that one.
Yep.
But no, and I'm excited for you to get to match up with him again. I think coming off of that win against Wookiee, I think you've got a lot of momentum, and I really feel confident that you're going to keep that momentum going. I have all the confidence in you in the world. How are you feeling today, my man?
Champion, Bubba, if you will. Is the person I'm playing today named Tyler?
Last I checked, it is not.
Okay, because apparently those are the only people I lose to in singles matches, are people named Tyler. And as Mark wants to avenge the License to Chill loss, I would like to avenge, through Mark, the Tyler Butler loss from the tournament last year. I feel like, I guess I sort of got retribution, but I still want some more. And obviously from getting knocked out a little bit early this time, this is probably... me versus Mark was the semis that people were anticipating, and we didn't get either of us. And so this is just a continuation of that. Looking forward to it. Mark's great. I'm hoping to be just as great or better, obviously. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good match, obviously. We know this. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm revved up. Let's go.
Great promos. Very excited. I think both guys are ready to go, and well, so am I. I hope you are too, audience at home. Let's get into it right now with round number 1. Here's how round number 1 is going to work. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is going to be worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will get a bonus question to you, only to you. You have 3 repeats, 1 challenge rule for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, do you have any questions as we get into round number 1 of this match?
No.
All right, then your first question is going to come in the category of Alien versus Predator. In The Predator, Rory McKenna fixes all the pieces of what board game in a classroom during a fire alarm? My dog is bird watching. What's out there, buddy? Anything interesting? What do you think? Nothing? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
I hope everything is just about what Bucky sees out the window.
Fine.
Yes.
Mark.
Chess.
Chess is correct. Your next question is going to come in the category of fandom quotes. Which Worlds of DC film features the quote, "And love them or hate them, these are your brothers and sisters for the next few days"? Not much to report after the last question, but I think he's doing already. Laid down, so that's different, I guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark
I said the Suicide Squad.
and Robert.
I also said the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad is correct.
Thank God.
You both will get that point as we get into the next question of Disney animation. What is the name of the member of the Big Hero 6 team who got his name by spilling the same food item on his shirt in Big Hero 6? I have been put on record. I will repeat it again. Do not like this one very much. It's fine. There are parts about it I like a lot, and there are parts about it that I think are quite bad. But what you gonna do?
But at least it turned into 2 TV shows.
Right. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert
Wasabi.
and Mark.
That's it. I said noodles.
Wasabi is correct. So Robert will remain perfect and go up 1.3 to 2 as we get into your next question in the category of Jimmy B, James Bond. Who plays Lucia Sciarra, the widow of the man killed by James at the beginning of Spectre? Bucky has since moved over to my foot. Gave it a lick. Don't know if I appreciate it. A little uncalled for during these trying times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark
I said Monica Bellucci.
and Robert.
Monica Bellucci.
Both are correct. Your next question will be in the category of the Wizarding World. What profession is also known as a dark wizard catcher in the Wizarding World? I would not want that job.
Might travel.
We shot a match earlier. It airs after this, but fuck it. I was talking about I would love to travel the world, but I just hate traveling. I want to see everything, but I don't like actually traveling. It's not fun.
Teleportation. Be really.
Yeah, right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Bucky. Let's go to Robert
Nor.
and Mark.
An or.
Or is correct. So both of you get the point. It is 5 to 4 in favor of Robert as we get into the penultimate question. What the fuck am I talking about? We're on the 6th question, guys. That question is in the category of Star Trek. What is the name of the Data lookalike robot found on the surface of Colaris 3 in Star Trek Nemesis? I don't know who you think you are. You can just come up here, interrupt a match. What are you, some kind of Suicide Squad? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark.
Beta.
And we'll go to Robert.
B4.
B4 is correct.
That's dumber than my guess.
So the next question is in the category of Pixar. Which Pixar film features someone hiding in a tuba in order to sneak into a party? I went to a party once. It was not a fun time. I was very young, and the kids picked on me for my blonde hair, which is why I now have this. Oh, I was a total joke.
Oh,
4, 3,
air.
2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Robert
Coco.
and Mark.
Shit. It's at Monsters University.
Coco is correct. All right, so we are going to move on to your next question in the category of Marvel. Who plays Yelena Rasputin in the New Mutants? I probably butchered that name. Ilana Rasputin. Ilyana. Just want to make sure you know who I'm talking about because I butchered it, and Nick's not here to go.
It's funny because, Marvel and Rasputin, I was thinking you were going to say the King's Man. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mark, we're going to you.
Said Anna Taylor-Joy.
And Robert.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Fuck.
Anya Taylor-Joy is correct.
God.
So close, Mark, but unfortunately incorrect. So Robert remains perfect through 8 questions as we get into the penultimate question in the category of YA. Who removes the tracking devices from the backs of the necks of the Gladers in The Maze Runner, The Death Cure? I actually really like this movie. I think it's pretty good.
It's fair.
I think it's better than the second one for sure. And I don't know. I liked it. I remember seeing it in theaters and I had a good time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert.
Teresa.
And Mark.
Teresa.
Both correct. So it is 9-5 as we get into the final question of the round, which is going to be in the category of Planet of the Apes. And your question is, what type of ape is Pericles in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes? This movie is a pile. No me gusta. The Apes. Not a fan. 5, 4, 3. Oh my God.
It really
2,
is.
1. Pens down. That's insanity. Let's go to Mark.
Said an orangutan.
And Robert.
That a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee is correct. So Robert gets the perfect round. It is 10-5 as we get into the bonus question. Robert, this question is for you, only for you. You do not need your whiteboard. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
All right. Your question. Besides the Alien versus Predator series, name all 3 other Fandom films that have the word or an abbreviation for the word versus in the title.
That is a good question.
5, 4.
I'm going to take a repeat, actually.
All right, that is your first repeat. Besides the Alien versus Predator series, name all 3 other Fandom films that have the word or an abbreviation for the word versus in the title.
I don't think I'm ever going to get a real perfect round. I can never get these questions. Or not mine, anyway. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. And I don't know the other 2, unfortunately.
All right. That was one of them. The other 2 we were looking for was Freddy versus Jason
Oh my God.
and Monsters versus Aliens. So, no true perfect round, but Robert still gets the perfect round today. Goes up 10-5. It is a 5-point game as we are going to get into round number 2. This is the wheel round. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to bring up a wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin that wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again. But then they have to keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is going to be worth 2 points apiece, unless, of course, you check to multiple choice. In that case, the question will be worth only 1 point. Stealing is available in round number 2, so be on the lookout there. And Robert, you have 2 repeats remaining, and Mark, you have all 3, and both of your challenges are intact. Gentlemen, do you have any questions about how this is going to work?
No. Nope.
Okay, then the categories on today's wheel are as follows. It is Star Trek, DC, Alien vs. Predator, Scores and Soundtracks, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, Middle Earth, and Wizarding World. Robert, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Good job, champ. I would say defer.
Yeah,
So
I think we can defer.
I think
It'll
we can do that.
let me know what I need to do in my round. So we will defer, Timothy.
Perfect. And as soon as I have that wheel, we will be right back. All right. So, Mark, we are going to go to you then for your spin at the wheel. Here is the wheel. And Mark, your spin is in. And it lands on Planet of the Apes ever so slightly.
Yeah, I got to take this.
Okay. All right, Mark, your questions in the category Planet of the Apes. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Your first question. Bradford Dillman and Natalie Trundy appear as helpful humans in which original series Planet of the Apes film?
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. What is the first task that McDonald trains Caesar to do after he is bought by Breck in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, wash clothes, B, pour a drink, C, clean the office, or D, build weapons.
Pour a drink.
That is correct for 1 point.
I'm stupid.
No. That is incorrect. You lose 2 points. No, I'm kidding. You don't. All right. Your next question, Mark. In War for the Planet of the Apes, what aspect of Caesar does the Colonel say is almost human?
His eyes.
That is correct for 2 points in a tie game. All right, Mark, your penultimate question. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Will tells his boss that he knows ALZ 112 works because he did what?
He tested it on his father.
That is correct for 2 points in the lead. And your final question in Planet of the Apes, Mark. Who does Taylor take hostage to negotiate for a horse at the end of Planet of the Apes 1968?
Dr. Zaius.
That is correct for the clean sweep of Planet of the Apes, bringing his total up to 14 to Robert's 10 as we bring back the wheel and Mr. Meltzer for the spin. Robert, your spin is away. And it lands on opponent's choice. So, Mark, do you need the categories again?
Yeah, give them to me.
So your options are Star Trek, Wizarding World, DC, Middle Earth, Alien vs. Predator, Star Wars, or Scores and Soundtracks.
Let's go Scores and Soundtracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Scores and Soundtracks because I'm the only fucking one here. Your questions, are you ready?
Yep.
First question. Junkie XL composed the score for which YA film?
Divergent.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. What musical group composed the score for Tron Legacy?
Daft Punk.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game.
Banger score.
Your third question. What song plays while the Ravagers try to sneak up on Rocket on Bearheart in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Southern Nights.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. How many Worlds of DC films has Hans Zimmer composed?
Three.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of scores and soundtracks. Which Disney animated movie has the songs The Gospel Truth and A Star is Born?
Hercules.
That is correct for 2 points and the clean sweep of scores and soundtracks. So Robert gets his total up to 20, but Mark has 14. All right, so we're going to move on to round number 3. It is the betting round. Here is how that is going to work. I'm going to say a category. Then the players are going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. They get the question right, they will gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they will lose those points, and we will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have run out of questions. Gentlemen, any questions as we get into the round?
No.
All right, then the first category you can bet points on is going to be Planet of the Apes. Let's get bets from Robert.
2.
And Mark.
Yep, 2.
All right, here's your question in Planet of the Apes. What type of weapon does Koba use to kill a grizzly bear attacking Caesar and Blue Eyes at the beginning of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? Do you have something you want to say? Is that why you're coughing at me? No? Just looking for squirrels? Fair enough. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is going to be Mark's first repeat. What type of weapon does Koba use to kill a grizzly bear attacking Caesar and Blue Eyes at the beginning of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
Okay.
These situations are stressful.
Yeah.
I don't
And,
like
you don't have anybody to alleviate yours.
Nope. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Mark
A spear?
and Robert.
I also said spear.
Spear is correct. So Mark gets his total up to 16, Robert up to 22. It remains a 6-point game as we get into the next category that you can bet points on, which is going to be horror icons. Let's get bets starting with Mark.
Gotta do it. 2.
And Robert.
I just bet 1.
Okay, here is the question. Which Halloween film features a man dressed like Michael Myers confronting the real Michael Myers, angry that they are wearing the same thing? Bucky clearly upset about this category, so he is leaving the premises. Leaving the premises. 5, 4.
Repeat.
All right, that is going to be Robert's second repeat. Which Halloween film features a man dressed like Michael Myers confronting the real Michael Myers, angry that they are wearing the same thing? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, we're going to start with you.
I said Halloween H2O.
And Mark.
Said Halloween Resurrection.
Halloween Resurrection is the correct answer. So Mark will gain 2 points, going up to 18. Robert loses 1 point, going down to 21. So all of a sudden we're at a 3-point game with 3 questions remaining. And the next category is Star Wars. All right, let's get that starting with Robert.
2.
And Mark.
Probably regret it, but I said 2.
All right, your question in the category of Star Wars is, in Attack of the Clones, who goes to Kamino to retrieve the clone army and brings them to the fighting pit where the Jedi had begun their attack? Something that has nothing to do with fandom anymore, but I guess if I'm going to talk to myself, I could talk about something I actually want to talk about. I just bought this. Very excited about it. Is the Showa era Godzilla films, Criterion Collection, 15 films. Pretty excited about All a Monster's Attack, but also Terror of Mecha Godzilla. Pretty pumped about that one. 5, 4.
It's a pretty sweet box.
2, 1. Pens down. Robert, we're going to you.
Yoda.
And Mark.
It is this one, Yoda.
Yoda is correct. So Robert will gain 2 points, going up to 23. Mark gains 2 points, going up to 20. There are 2 questions remaining, 3-point game. And the next category you can bet points on is the Wizarding World. All right, let's get that starting with Mark.
Whew. Joe Bucktalk, 2.
And Robert.
2.
All right, here's the situation. If both players hit and both players miss, or both players miss, the game will be over. Robert will win. If Mark hits, but Robert misses, we will move on to a final question. So here is your question in the category of the Wizarding World. Shirley Henderson plays which Wizarding World character? Four, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is going to be the second repeat for Mark. Shirley Henderson plays which character in the Wizarding World? So anyway, okay. King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
Mothra versus Godzilla. Invasion of the Astro Monster. There's just going to be some really good shit in that thing.
Damn.
5, 4.
They got Chuck Norris versus Godzilla.
2, 1. Pens down. That would be dope. We're going to start with Mark.
Madame Pomfrey.
And Robert.
Moaning Myrtle.
And your winner, Robert Castner. The answer was Moaning Myrtle. Really, really great match. Mark had a kind of rough round 1. I don't think there's any other way to put that. He had a bit of a rough round 1 comparing it to Robert's. When you get the perfect round, you just got to do a little bit better than that. But then came to play in round 2 and 3. I know he was pissed that he only went 9 for 10 instead of 10 for 10, but he did really well, and he forced it all the way to the penultimate question of the round. So I think he did really, really great. But Robert, I mean, what can we say? He's a champion for a reason. He showed up today. Perfect round, sweeping opponent's choice scores and soundtracks, and then only the 1 slip up. So he missed 2 questions this whole match. He missed the bonus question and that horror icons question. Otherwise, he hit every other question he was asked today. It was nuts. So crazy shit. We're going to start by talking to Mark. Mark, like I said, really great job today, man. I know round 1 wasn't what you wanted, but you came to play in round 2 and you came to play in round 3, forcing Robert to actually make some big plays. How are you feeling about the match?
I feel okay. I don't know. I guess slightly better about last time. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, fucking round 1s, man. They just tear me up, and like I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I had some ugly misses in there in the Plan of the 8. I know you joked about it. It still really bugs me because that was the first thing I thought of. It's the first thing I thought of. Like, But the great thing about, the way Robert played, all those mistakes, they kind of didn't really matter. He missed 2 fucking questions. So unless, he missed that last one that we maybe would have gone to if it's still gone my way, it didn't really matter. And I knew that whenever I heard of Wizarding World Round 3, if it's a cast question, I'm fucked. Like it like I knew that, and then of course, like it is what it is. I liked how I battled back there at the end. It really should have ended a lot earlier, given the way Robert was playing. But shit, man. It'd be cool if I were to beat one guy like who's won a championship. But every time I go up against people that won championships, shit just doesn't go my way.
Sorry. But Mark, I think you did really great. I want to see you back. I always want to see you in these parts. I think you did really, really well today. And honestly, every time you show up, you put on a good performance and you make me happy. So I'm glad that you were here. I'm glad you did. You had a really good performance today. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to do next in both singles and teams, because I think you got a strong future in both of them as well. You've challenged for belts before. I can't deny that I know in my heart of hearts that will happen again. So Mark, great job. We are going to move over to our winner today, Robert Castner. Robert, got to be feeling pretty good right now. The last time you were here, you won a team's belt, and now you're winning your singles match after your early departure from the tournament. I know you wanted this one. How are you feeling about it?
2 things. One, when I gave the Moaning Myrtle answer, I meant to say, because I just watched Rise of Skywalker the other day, I meant to say that she plays my favorite part of that movie, which is Babu Frick, and I was going to go, hey, which is my wife and I's favorite part of the whole movie.
It's great.
2, the Halloween Resurrection question, I legitimately, when you said 1, I was like, oh shit, I know what it is. It's Halloween Resurrection. I just didn't want to burn the last.
Michael Myers, a killer shark, man.
I know. I didn't get the opportunity to think about doing the repeat, and I was worried about wasting it. But either way, I apparently will never get a real perfect round, because every time I get asked that question, I should have known those. At least I should have got Freddy versus Jason. I feel really bad about that. But otherwise, Mark did what I expected him to do. Maybe I thought he would play a little bit better in round 1, but I mean, battling the way he did and then giving me scores and soundtracks, I was just very happy those were scores and soundtracks questions that I knew. Because if I have to check down, if I miss something, this goes the distance, and then who knows what that last category is. So yeah. I'm very excited. I think I'm playing my best Fandom right now, and that's great. As we ramp up or ramp down, or however it is you want to say, we're going to the end of the year, but I feel really good about it.
Yeah. To answer your question, I know what the last category would have been, but besides that, Robert, I think you did great today. Jake, any thoughts about how Robert played?
He might be frozen.
He might be. He looks like it. So I'm going to just answer for him. He played great. Okay. Robert, I do want to bring up the fact that you are moving on. We are in a bit of a title picture right now. You are moving on. You are going to be playing someone. Jake, are you there? I don't know. Nick, can I talk about it?
Yes.
Yeah, I can talk about it. Robert, you are going to be playing the winner from last week, one of the last week's matches.
Mm-hmm.
You will be playing Abel in the next match.
What?
So,
Abel?
That is your next
match. Man, I was hoping I was going to get to play, I don't know, Thomas Scully or Kaiser.
I mean, maybe eventually.
Who knows? But no,
maybe later. Yeah. No, listen, at least we know it's gonna be fun. Pun sort of intended. But Abel's legit. Like, I think absolutely in the running for Phantom Rookie of the Year, the way he's been playing so far. So not somebody to take lightly, but I think the way that Robert played today, Abel's going to be shit out luck if Robert plays the way that he did today, because he was absolutely lights out. Played like a champ today. But regardless, I love that it's just going to be chill vibes the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy no matter who wins.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, guys, congrats on the win. Robert, I look forward to seeing you in the next match. And Jake, we're going to have you in a match pretty soon here, too. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, you're going to be playing soon, so that'll be fun as well. So, yeah, everybody's playing. Everyone's having fun. I mean, I'm not playing, but I'm here having fun. Me and Mickey, Bucky, Maggie, the whole crew is here, except for Nick. Where are you, Nick? What's school? Thank you guys for watching Fandom Fights. It's been a really fun match. Thank you to Jake and Robert. Thank you to Mark, and thank you to Nick for writing this one. We will see you guys real soon with the next match, and until then, have a good one.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.